dollar bill, yo.
What's up, guys? Got some Crowfall action for you today. Figured I'd give you an update on what I'm doing in Crowfall because I am actually playing the game right now, believe it or not. For the longest time there, I was keeping up with Crowfall, making Crowfall news videos, but I wasn't actually playing the game because the performance wasn't really there, and there just wasn't a great gameplay loop, and there still isn't a full game loop yet. We don't have meaningful win conditions, and there's plenty of systems that are offline still, but the game is pretty fun. The performance is better. It's more playable now than it was last patch by a lot, and right now it's pretty laggy because I'm in the beachhead with all this stuff going on. This area in particular is not the greatest, but anyway, so I wanted to give you my little update on what I've been doing. So I am my guild's logger. I am cutting down trees like I'm Johnny Appleseed, and damn, have I been getting a lot of apples. So I want to show you my bank. I have been busy. As you can see, my inventory, I've got tons of just regular wood. These apples, they don't do it justice. You have no idea how many apples I've gotten. But this is my one tab of my bank. Here's another tab. This is the sexy tab. Look at that. Almost 3,000 dust, 11,000 gold, and look at all this wood. This is the shit right here. And I'm getting some good wood too. I got some epics and some blues, so gonna be turning all this stuff into my my guild here in a minute. But I wanted to get some video evidence of my labors of love here. And I got heartwood as well, so quite a bit of stuff. Right now in the current game, beeswax is not used for anything. I believe it's used for siege weapons, but currently siege weapons are offline. But I believe they're used to craft them. But I was actually excited to get an epic beeswax. I've never gotten one of those before, so got quite a bit of heartwood. Some good logs, lots of filler logs too, so those will come in handy. And I haven't done too much else. I've just kind of been sticking to logging for inventory reasons. Believe it or not, it's, you know, you can blow through the inventory when you're a logger with all the food and stuff. And here's my spirit bank, so that's not even all of it. And here's the good thing about being a logger. You get a lot of food. Now, I actually have a lot of my food offloaded onto another character, but I've put some of the good food in my spirit bank, and my guild is gonna love my ass. I'm playing an Elkin as my main, so I don't need these bloodworms because I get Trailmaster by default. But look at all these bloodworms I've got. Damn, that's a lot of bloodworms, and I have some more in my bank here. I've got more in this tab. Yeah, I got more down here. So, yeah, they're gonna love my ass. So I have been the guild logger. I'm not very progressed down the tree yet. I can show you my skill tree. Right now, skills are increased by 10 times the amount, so a skill that would take 30 days to train only takes 3 days. That's obviously temporary because they want to speed everything up for testing purposes. But I have not been super efficient with my training. As you can see, I'm going to go into exploration. You can see I've trained some excavation. I wasn't really sure what the fuck I was doing at the start, but I'm gonna stick to wood cutting. It doesn't really matter at this phase in the game. You know, it's gonna get wiped anyway. The game, you know, there's gonna be plenty of wipes before now and release, so don't worry about that. But let's see. Let's take a look at my training here. Well, yeah, spend points. Let's see you view it. But I don't have too much. I'm getting ready to actually be able to go into. I'm 3 pips away from 2 pips away now from being able to actually go into the wood specialization tree. So that'll be cool. But yeah, just been focusing on cutting down trees, getting a lot of food, and yeah, haven't done too much PvP yet, but I've gotten into a few fights. You'll see those in a second, but I just want to give you guys an update on what I'm actually doing in terms of the production of the game, like in terms of my economic value, because that, in my opinion, I think the economy of this game and your role in being the cog in the machine for your guild, I think that's going to be more important than your actual PvP skill in a lot of ways. I think the guilds that have the best economic powerhouse really might win the day over, you know, the most skilled player ever, but he doesn't have a team behind him and he doesn't, you know, he's not smart with the economic part of the game. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fill that niche because, in my opinion, it's way more efficient if everybody's got their own little wheelhouse rather than having a few people try to do everything. So anyway, been enjoying the Templar, having a lot of fun with that. I believe I'm going to main this class. You'll see some PvP footage of me ganking some people on the Duelist, but I think the Templar, in terms of just robustness and reliability, man, it's just good. It's not a great open world, like 1v1. It's the worst class for that, to be honest. Like, you want to be in a group as a Templar. You are wasting a lot of the kit's power if you're not in a group with things like Mortal Sin and, what's the name of that skill? Devotion, which is AoE party-wide. You know, everything about the Templar's kit is just suited for group fights, group play, so, you know, whatever. Whereas the Duelist, on the other hand, is the polar opposite. Does horrible in group fights, in my opinion, but excels in these 1v1s and small scale, or, you know, very personal fights. The Duelist just kicks ass. So, you know, when the Duelist can set up that house of cards, nothing destroys another class like a Duelist can. It's fucking ridiculous what you can do to people in that class. So, anyway, hopefully, going to be playing some more Crowfall. I've been pretty full-blown normie as of recently. I've been, like, legitimately, like, going on hikes and, like, going out to, like, bars. It's bad. It's been real bad. So I'm looking forward to getting back into a video game. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. This actually just happened today. There was an update on the Crowfall website talking about a new profession that's coming called wildcrafting. They hinted at this in the past, but this is basically going to be essentially the herbalism profession, I believe. It's actually already a placeholder in the game in the harvesting tree. It's in the reaping tree, I mean. So let's see. It is in the reaping tree, view skills, and you see right here, plant reaping basics. I think they're just going to call that wild crafting, I think. And they also hinted at a potential cooking skill, which makes sense. There's not a cooking skill in this game, and food is going to be a resource. So that seems like a gimme. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the little update on what I'm actually doing in Crowfall. Got to turn in these materials to my guild, and I hope you enjoy the PvP footage. These first two fights are with me playing a Templar completely solo, and as I mentioned previously, the Templar is not a great solo class. Much of its kit is designed around group play, things like Devotion, Divine Light. All that stuff is much better suited in group v group fights, not 1v1s. As you can see right here, this guy is very easily able to get out of my Divine Light because there's not any other chaos among the battle. He's not trying to kill anybody else. So he gets out of it, then his assassin friend jumps on me, and I am going to show you the power of righteous parry. And dude, I am eating that Myrmidon up right now, and he is kiting for his life. Check that play out. I knocked him up on his crash, so he took the full crash damage there because he was midair and could not mitigate it. Hit him with some more deflects, and here is where he's going to start running. And what I should have done here is when he starts kiting me, I should have just gone on the assassin, because the assassin is the only source of damage coming from these two. You know, if he's running away from me, he's not doing damage to me, right? So I get a little bit tunnel vision here, and I just start chasing him. Which, can you blame me? I mean, he was like dead, but it's pretty hard to catch a Myrmidon as a Templar if he's just netting you and running away like this. So should have just not bothered. I should have just went right on the assassin when I was right next to him. That'd have been the much better play. But you know, whatever. They caught me out. I wasn't expecting to get into a fight with my my harvesting disciplines on or anything like that. So pop my what's that called? Holy Warrior here, so I can't be killed, or at least I thought I couldn't be killed. You'll see in the next clip something very strange happens. But anyway, you see I'm just chasing this guy around fruitlessly. Should have just gone on the assassin. That was the only guy actually doing damage to me. I probably could have killed the assassin, I think, in this clip, but they do eventually whittle me down. But as you can see, Templar, pretty tanky, man. Pretty tanky. So, here we go into the second clip. I just res and go for it again, because whatever, why not? This time I go on the assassin a little bit more, but, you know, getting peeled. These guys are playing it pretty smart. They're getting out of my Divine Lights. I'm going to put the Divine Light down, I think right here is where I put it down, and they both immediately jump out of it. Again, pretty easy to do, and it's just a lone Templar, and there's no other, you know, chaos happening mid-battle. But, you know, doing a pretty good job at peeling me here, which is pretty annoying. But dude, that parry is so good, man. Just absolutely chunking that Myrmidon down. Hit this guy with the stun. Don't get the AoE stun. But, yeah, that's where they start to kite me, man. Templar, you can get kited. Luckily, with Elkin, one of the reasons I like playing Elkin is because I have that bull charge, or that Elkin rush. But at this point, I'm just getting whittled down. I pop my my Holy Warrior here, and I get killed with it up. That should not be the case with Faith. I think that's a bug. I don't know why I died right there. I should not have been killable with my ultimate up right there. So if anybody knows what that is, let me know. Anyway, these other clips are just me ganking people on the Duelist. Not much to say, just catching these players off guard. So hope you guys enjoyed the little clips. Nothing too exciting. Hopefully I can get some more serious Templar footage for you, because that's going to be my main, most likely.
No, I mean, fuck that group. Oh, no, Chem group has always been.
You just need to pay 100 apples.
Yeah, right.
Pay the entrance fee.
Yeah, it'd be like this. Hachu, here you go. Have a nice day.
Just need to increase the counter on cooking meat. Just give me 20 whatever, and I'll give you cooked 20.
We have an army of randos.
Yeah, there's usually a lot of balanced randos around at all times.
That's a great thing.
Yeah.
Couldn't get him to do shit like 3 hours ago, though. It's like 2v12, fucking all these chaos people took Brookhurst from us.
Just ganked him. Oh, fuck.
You get him?
I'm a dick.
Did you get him?
Yeah, I killed
him.
I killed him fast as fuck too. I got Powerball, like jackpot 5.
Oh really? With your roll?
Yeah.
What was he? Was it Anthorage or Onres?
Onres.
Oh, and yeah, I'd wait it out too, because he's an
experienced. He's probably got some shit. That's probably why he's waiting it out.
Yeah, he's an experienced player, so he obviously was doing something. You know what I mean? He was mining for something.
He was mining, yeah.
You got it?
I just got the craziest bug. My camera is stuck to the tree. Dude, this is crazy. What is this?
Yeah, you can move, but your camera can't.
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah.
Did you see fireballs shooting from you?
Spidey sense.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.